Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Another day full of high notes for our nation as we continue to find higher and higher ways to traverse said glorious nation. Folks, I'm of course talking about our highway project that will be dominating today's episode and probably at least a couple more episodes to come as we develop this massive new infrastructure project. That said, folks, there's a lot to do, there's a lot to get done. I will not bore you with a prolonged introduction. Just as always, if you would like to see the series continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Y'all know the drill by now, makes a massive difference, lets me know what y'all are interested in. With that said, let's go ahead and get our head out the clouds, and let's get this party started, shall we? We're making highways, but the highways don't go so high. That's what the planes and choppers are for. We are focusing on a bit more of a sort of ground level approach. And I've got a massive amount of sort of suggestions, thoughts, opinions, and stuff in the comments and in the Discord as well. And it's great to see because, you know, as I'm mulling over ideas, it's great to kind of get like thought injections, if you will, as I'm getting ready for the next episode. And I've received some great screenshots. I've seen some good thoughts, not just with regards to this area over here, this junction over here, but also further down, like how we should consider or rather where we should consider on and off ramps and things like that. So definitely going to be a bit of a focus for today's beginning for sure, because we have to kind of stay paused until this is all in place, this and the tracks as well. And then afterwards we can start as the highway grows. I mean, y'all let me know in the comments what you think. Should we stay focused on the highway and its like plans for, you know, today and probably the next session as well, is probably how long it'll take for me to get everything in place? Or should we kind of like build this, you know, let this operate, focus on some other stuff, and then come back to this and chip away at it? Personally, I'm leaning towards let's just build the whole damn thing, get it in place, and then in the future, as it needs expansion, we'll always have to kind of keep coming back to it, obviously, but that's, you know, down the line as we need expansions. That's kind of my thinking, but of course I want to make sure folks are interested in that before I commit to that over the next, you know, 1, 2, 3 maybe episodes. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page there, because after all, your enjoyment is paramount. With that said, one thing that I will tackle just before we get into the highway business is this. It's been pointed out to me that this massive kind of like backlog over here might be because of, excellent, this little bus over here. I think it's just this one bus. This little bus over here. If we no line, but I guess it's because the line would auto-delete. Either way, this bus is stuck over here because it's supposed to move on from Brixtonia bus stop number 2 over to the concrete plant over here. But when we deleted the concrete plant, of course, that got, that it has nowhere to go anymore. And so it's stuck at Brixtonia. So why don't we go ahead and just get that set up so we're not going to have this jam, because this jam is almost certainly well, it's jamming everything up. I mean, not even any wordplay there. It's literally what's happening. And oh, look at that. Our unemployment is looking really good, actually. Wow. Can you? I mean, hey, that's considering where we were a mere couple of months ago. That's a huge drop, and I'm actually quite pleased with that. That is actually really making me very happy, considering some of the other issues that we have been facing. Now, you can see there is now an uptick in food satisfaction again, and health, hopefully we'll start seeing solutions to that as some of these clinics get made as well, but of course we're paused right now. Government loyalty is kind of dipping down, not at its lowest point ever, but hopefully we'll turn that around soon as well. And again, just want to point out as a reminder, because there were some references to like how it's kind of funny how, you know, we had food problems so long ago, and now it feels like nothing's changed. I do just want to point out that we, well, not just for the most part, but I think for, like, you know, for its entirety, what's the opposite of saying for the most part? Like, we have done a good job in feeding all of Veterinkagrad and Train Rexki. Like, these guys have been fed for a very long time, no issues with food, meat, clothes, and now electronics as well, homemade, right? So Veterinkagrad has been fine. And for the longest time, Brixtonia and Uprisinggrad, they were all good as well. But it's only recently, as we did this rapid expansion, which houses like maybe, I mean, I was thinking like 6K, 7K, but it's maybe closer to like 10, 15,000 people. We made this rapid expansion, but we did not expand our food supply alongside it, which again, yes, it's been on my mind and on your minds in the comments as well as we were doing these expansions, but you know, things come up. So only recently have we been able to tackle that, and we're doing that through importing via trucks, of course, and we are already starting to see some results, and I think it'll only be a matter of time before the food situation has been solved. I just wanted to address that just because, like, I know some folks drop in and out and stuff to look at that. Folks drop in and out to kind of see how things are going, and I just want to give kind of an update because that's not something that often gets mentioned with the tours or anything either. So I just thought I would highlight that because I'm actually pretty pleased with. You can see how people are starting to get fed now here, and you can see folks that are definitely not getting food. Hopefully that gets sorted soon as well. What's the deal here? Do we not have deliveries happening down there? Let's just quickly take a peek here. Yes, we will have food get delivered down over here, but again, we're still playing catch up with the recent, setup of import of food from Baraharad. So soon enough, I'm sure folks over here will start getting food as well, and these troubles will be a thing of the past, and they will all look like the wonderful folks at Studensky and Uprising Grad proper and Brixtonia and stuff, where they are getting their needs met. Yeah, all that's happening, folks, is these couple of complexes over here are bringing our numbers down. I just want to actually not just share that, but also check for myself to make sure that my assumptions were correct. Anyway, with all that said and done, and a bit of a kind of status report and everything, let's get to work over here. So there have been a couple of suggestions with regards to what we should or shouldn't do and how we should maybe approach this. We're, I think, by and large, almost all on the same page about the tracks should go under the highway, because otherwise, what's the point of the highway? If you imagine going like 120 kilometers per hour and all of a sudden you have to like screech to a halt because the thing is down, the guard is down to let a train through, like that doesn't make any sense, right? So we're gonna have to figure that out. Not too much work needed to make that work, but there is some other stuff I want to do here that will be a bit more involved. I just got reminded of a question I was asked, by the way. For those of you that are wondering how I do batch construction, this button over here, or this button if you want to spend dollars, if you click that and then you draw a box, it will auto-build everything within that box. So that's how I've been of like not having to click on multiple individual buildings. I was asked that. That's come up with a recent update, which is now officially out. So everybody can use these tools now to help auto-build en masse without having to, individually select items. Another thing I should mention as well is with the latest update that was put out by the developers this Friday, we are getting some bug fixes. I believe some bug fixes have already been implemented, actually. But apart from bug fixes, we are also soon going to get improvements to assigning construction offices, which is it's going to make it easier to assign multiple buildings to construction offices. But we're also getting, what I'm really excited for, is underground power boxes and underground power supply. So no more, this kind of stuff. No more of this kind of stuff. We're going to now have underground movement of power, and that's going to be absolutely wonderful in just making things look better. Okay, so how do I want to play this? So this is going to, this could also all just be a highway, but just be a lower kind of highway, you know what I mean? And so we could get rid of this entire section, so we can lower the terrain a bit more, I'm thinking. The other thing I'm thinking as well is on and off ramps. Okay, let's get you up to here. Get you up to here. Back this up a bit more as well. Definitely glad I didn't rush into building all this. I will not be able to lower the terrain underneath this. Do I want to? Yes, I do. So if I cancel you and I cancel you, will the concrete bridge automatically? Yes, it will. Okay, good. So if I go ahead and lower terrain a little bit, it's going to be interesting to see if this works. It should, in theory, be fine, but we're about to find out together. This has been a fun project. It seems as though I'm not the only one who feels that way. There's certainly been a certain level of, I would say, excitement in seeing this project come through. Maybe I'm misreading the comments. But that certainly is what it feels like. That this challenge has gotten a lot of y'all excited. It certainly has me excited. Again, I've been enjoying this game thoroughly, but one of my favorite things about it is kind of the, I don't want to click that auto build button. Let's get away from here. Auto build, there we go, lower. What I've always loved about this game is like it's what's the way to put it? Just like it feels a bit more like self-directed, and this feels like one of those self-directed challenges. I mean, this is like a hole in the ground now. Feels a little funny, but once I think the bridges and everything are in place, it'll make sense. Let's go ahead and level a little bit. I don't want it to look... There's this fine balance I'm trying to hit over here where, like, you don't really get this kind of a deep drop near a highway, right? This is a very unique circumstance because we're retrofitting, so this is a very unique spot, I guess. But apart from that, I mean, we'll try and be more cognizant of this kind of stuff moving forward, of course. So let's see if I do. Oh no, don't do that to me. All right, cool. If I do this, we're not auto building. Yep. I do that and I do this, right? So these guys are going way high up. Does that leave room for you? This is what I kind of expected. Let's see. Do this. Not allow me to go through. I'd have to like pass through. Turn off that snap. Pass through the gap here. Now, what if I do this first? What if I get you out first, followed by Pain, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Go out to some other infrastructures in the way. Come on. Here. Hook you up like that. Why is it wiggling like that? That ain't right. What if we go... Oh, I see. Down to there then. And go ahead and add that snap back over to there. Get you hooked up like so. Not right. The infrastructure's in the way. Okay, just gotta fix this stuff up. There we go. Cool, so that kind of works. Oh no, it doesn't. This is the stuff that I wish I could have, I guess, more like control over. That. And we go all the way up to here. And let's go ahead and pull you up as well. All the way up to there. And then over here, really hoping this hooks up neatly. Why are you doing this to me, game? That little wiggle is killing me. Just that slight, it's gonna be a problem, I know it. Alright, so I want to be able to pop you down at here. Bring you up, pop you down to here. By the way, these will all be one-ways. I got asked, these will all be one-ways, that's why we're doubling up. There, that'll be fine, that'll have to do. So over here then, can I can, okay, excellent. So it does look like the pillars are adaptive between roads and other roads, so that's good. Is it the same for tracks though? Guess one way to find out is this, right? Let's go ahead and get rid of those, build the electrified railway. Go ahead and how do we play this? Too steep of a descent, yeah, no surprise there. Have to build a bit of a bridge maybe, which is not a problem. But let's go ahead and get you around like so. Bring you up with. And then we have our, oh, yeah, okay, the truss bridge is the only one that can be curved, still causing obstruction. Fantastic, fantastic. Pull you a little bit further up then. So, again, I mean, is this going to be the smoothest? I don't know. We're about to find out. I also need to, it was one-way semaphores on both sides, if memory serves me right? This, but is that is going to interfere with these guys. So we got to cancel this. Let's pull this back actually. All the way back and all the way back. Now let's go ahead and lower the train a bit over here. lower the train a bit over here. So that this will go under our highway over here, hopefully. And you like so. Over to here. And you over to... Oh, weird. The snapping is really weird here. Oh, snapping is very weird. What? That ain't right. The music's stopping as I say that. Come on now. Let's do this first. Out to there. Type of a turn. This is strange. Go ahead and lower the or flatten right from center. Bring this down. It's working a lot faster than it feels like. It's moving a lot faster. This flattening and all that. Maybe it's just a placebo effect. Okay, do that. Try and bring this down a bit more smoothly, I guess. See if that works. All this to experiment with the bridge. The bridge supports the columns. That. There we go. Cool. Now this is going to be nice. And if I can avoid making it a bridge, that'd be great. Just because I just feel like it'd be nice. It's not like nothing in particular. I just think it'd be nice to keep something on the ground itself, you know? Just a cool way to mix and match the like what's going on over here. So bring you down, maybe. Yeah. That looks like it might work. Smooth that a bit more. That. Come on. No, it's gonna lift this up. I mean, that might not be too bad though. Might still be fine. Okay. So you come up this way, go around and up. Okay, this could be a little bit neater. Like that. Yeah, I much prefer the shape there. And it's important, right? I mean, I'm not the only one who thinks that. It's important to get these shapes looking at least decent, because it's the view we kind of look at this nation from most often. Alright, let's go ahead and get our concrete bridge. Hook you up like so. Alright, good. Wonderful. Wonderful. It seems that this must have been a recent update maybe, or maybe I just didn't realize when they fixed it, but it used to be that the bridges wouldn't take into consideration what's underneath them when laying out the supports. Actually, I feel like further back we had a better alignment here. Cool. There we go. Wonderful. So that's that, and then down over here, let's go ahead and hook these guys up. There you go, and there you go. Cool. All right. Yo, that's pretty sick. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. But that's obviously not all we need to do over here. We got to hook you up over here, right? Cool. We got to bring those guys out. Let's go ahead and hook you up over here, right? Okay, sick, sick. All right. Yeah, and then up over here, I need from where? From about here, right? Is where we were seeing the trouble. I wish I'd like made some way to mark it for myself. It would be like up to here. That. Let's go ahead and get the... this doesn't want to work that way. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, so bridge over to here. Okay. Back you up a bit. Bring you out from here. Pull you up sharp. Not working. Okay. Back that up. I do. Nope. Not gonna fly. Try that. There we go. Much better. Again, not looking for perfection. I'm trying to let go, as it were. But looking for good, though. Still looking for good. I can't. It's gotta look good. Alright, cool. So again, not perfectly symmetrical, but it's not the end of the world, as many of you have pointed out, that these things are rarely that. They're rarely perfectly symmetrical. So I need to, you know, be fine with that, and I agree. I need to be okay with that, which is exactly what I'm doing here, is being okay with the fact that it wasn't even closely, remotely, perfectly symmetrical, and that's why I'm not redoing this section, see? I've grown. I've grown. I mean, it's not like that's much better, I'll be honest. Cool, we'll take it. So there's that. Now, the other thing was, with regards to on and off ramps, we could absolutely look at establishing some of those. I mean, how would I... Okay. What was the thinking again? Because now it gets a bit more complicated because we've got all this stuff going on. You're coming up this way, you're going up this way. If you want to get off over here, you can get off and pop onto there, and you're moving on that way. If you're coming up this way, you're fine. If you're coming back, you come... Well, if you're coming back, you come back this way, right? This is to get on this way. The question was, right, if you're going this way, how do you get on to this side? Because going up that way is easy. You just kind of hop on over there. But to come up over here, you've got a bit of a journey ahead of you. So how do we arrange for that? Well, we could try this kind of a thing. Don't know if this will work. Becomes challenging because of how the space is kind of set up, I guess. Maybe this isn't the place for it. Maybe this isn't the place for it. Oh, the infrastructure's in the way. I'm guessing it's the wiring. Oh no, we could do this. Let's try this. Let's try this. So if I pop you down over here, hook you up like so, right? Again, is this a proper, you know, well-established type of interchange? No. But we're playing within the bounds of the game, right? So now you can come up this way. If you want to go up that way, you go up that way, you're good. You can come up this way, go up that way, and come down this way, you're good. So whether you want to go north or south from either direction here, you're good. So the opposite is over here, which is you're going this way. If you want to go... You're going this way. If you want to go south, it's easy. If you want to go north, you'd have to go all the way across. And... trying to reflect business over here. Right, so you'd have to, over here, come around this way. Oh, there's a spot. There we go. Can we? Let's see. I feel like we're very close there. Matter of the lift on the bridge. Do that. Go around. It's gotta be like separate parts. It feels like this hill is getting in the way, I think. What is getting in the way? This thing? What if I go ahead and extend this bridge this way first, and then try to establish it? See if it kind of finds the connection. No. So that hill over there is what's causing the trouble. I raise things up a little bit. Oh, you know, we could... Okay, we could make this work like this. Pull you over this way, and then finish you off, yeah. So, again, there's a bit of a height adjustment en route, I think, is what the difference is. Cool, so, hey, you know what? I kind of like the shape here. It's not that bad. A little off, but it's not terrible. I wonder if... Let me just experiment here, folks. I wonder if we just lower the train ever so slightly here. Ever so slightly here. And we make it a bit smoother. Because that's the problem point. There's just a little problem point over there. If we can just get past that, we'll be okay. Overlaps with existing construction. I'm guessing it's the power. Over to you. You know we already need to fix that, right? There we go. Cool. I knew we could do it. Perfect timing for the music as well. Again, it's not exactly the same, but I'm not too fussed about that. This is looking pretty good. Wonderful. Now, the power. the power. Okay, let's go ahead and get the medium voltage wire over here hooked up, right, before we forget. Again, it'll be really nice when this stuff doesn't need to be... actually, hang on a second. When this stuff doesn't need to all be above ground. I mean, by the highways in these more kind of rural spots, it will be. But there will certainly be places where it won't be, especially in like urban areas. You don't want you don't want those exposed like wires and stuff, right? I got a better view here. There's like so many moving parts to getting this correct, the curvature and all that stuff. That angle, this angle, the actual curvature itself. And I'm not doing this because I wanted to fix this curve. I promise you that. I wanted to fix the flat land over there. Let's go ahead and do, I think, that. Close enough. Ain't perfect, but it'll do. Oh, yeah. Want to make sure. Cool. Cool. So now back to the wiring. I know we've spent a lot of time on this junction, but please do understand this is my first time doing something quite like this. And so I guess a little bit of hesitation and uncertainty is to be expected. I hope that's not unreasonable from me, but I mean, hey, let me know if that is an unreasonable expectation. Maybe it is. I just thought it'd also be fun to see the exploration process, I suppose. Okay, so we need a switch over here, right? Go ahead and get you hooked up like this. Of course, infrastructure's in the way. Like, come on, man. Work with me here. Is it really in the way? So if I go ahead and put you down like so then, right? Because whatever, a little bit of an angle, not the end of the world. Hook you up like this, flatten the train a bit. Cool. Pop you down there, medium voltage down to here. Hook this up over here. And hook you... Come on. Bring this down this way. And then hook you up over here. Cool. That works. We're getting power everywhere we need to. Let's go ahead and just clean this up a little bit. Bring you up to what, here roughly. Yeah, sure. Good enough. All right. Yeah, that's this all makes sense. So, okay, let me just do a double check in my head here. One way, going up this way. You drive. You want to get off. You can get off over here. You're good. You can keep going. You keep going up this way. You're good. You keep going. Okay, cool. One way this way. You want to go up that way. You can. If you want to go down south, you go up this way. You loop around. You're good. One way the other way around. You want to come up this way. You head south. You can very easily. You want to head north, you keep going, you go around this way, you get up here, you're good. Yeah, this all looks like it makes sense to me. Now the train ride is a little bit funkier than I would have liked, but hey, it's fine. I think it does the trick. I think it does what it needs to. And I like having it, I was tempted to build a tunnel, but I like having it up like this, I think. Okay, whew, alright, so that's good. That's good. Let's go ahead, I'm actually going to go ahead and demolish these guys. Not for any particular reason other than just clearer visualization, I suppose. I'm going to keep things paused. I hope you all don't mind. Let me know if it bothers you, but I just want to keep things paused for a little bit longer at least, just as I plan the rest of this out. Now, this is going to be interesting, right? Because we got a one-way up and a one-way down. I suppose we could demolish this and clean this up, actually, right? So make it look like an actual... Yeah, let's do it. We got the money for this project. Let's invest in it properly, right? Because again, this curve would look a lot nicer, but that's not exactly what we want over here. Is this going to continue straight down? Is it going to... Like, what's going to happen over here, right? So, how do you get onto a highway that's going past you? And will this highway go straight past us? No, because we don't want a highway to cut through, like, right past the Ferris wheel. Can you imagine? Oh, God, no. So we will want the highway to actually probably curve around and then go north-south over here, over the trains by St. Elitesburg. So, come down this way. Do we maybe get rid of more of this? Okay, go ahead and put down a waypoint right over here. That should allow me to do that. Excellent. So, this bridge would maybe continue on like so, hopefully maintaining its height. Right, okay, good. So, I just want to make sure the height was being maintained. So if you're going to go on like this, and I do think, yes, I want it to happen on this side of the track. I think is the right call, as opposed to on that side of the track. Just to stay clear of the mountains a bit more. Alright, cool. So let's pull you over like so, and like so. Lined up, right? You're good? Okay, cool. So how do we do this? How do we do this? How do we get you onto this highway? Because you're going to keep going, but we want to have a junction over here. So we need to raise the terrain. I might need to pull a little bit further away from the tracks. And I might actually need to hit play over here. So let's go ahead and head on over to all of the wires and fund all of this. Fund the wires. Go ahead and fund you as well. Let all that happen because I want more space down over here. Where are we? Roads, waypoint, clear you. Nope, no waypoint there. Okay, fair enough. Actually go a little bit further. There we go. Gives you much more room to kind of like work over here and figure this out. So, what I don't like is how this isn't actually perfectly lined up there. I wonder if we will kind of curve this a bit so it's more in line with the proper north-south direction, you know? Like this kind of a thing. But just to get us planning properly, let's go ahead and establish that. The question is, does this split up into two one-ways? Right, like how do we want to go about doing that? Like, do I do just for consideration here? Do I do this kind of a thing? This kind of a thing, and then these are both one-ways, I suppose. And then you would have... Yeah, I think that might work. Let's keep raising this terrain a bit. Make sure that we're... Actually, we need to delete that. Let's go ahead and get lined up, and then we can delete the raised portion there. This is looking okay. Let's go ahead and smooth this out a bit. Right, so we can have these roads connect properly. And it is still the highway. I feel like this is a great way to like kind of learn how this stuff happens as well. Because I've seen it. I mean, I can look up, you know, Google Maps, and I can look at white papers and explanations and stuff. But there's something about building an actual interchange like this that's tremendously confusing to a degree, for sure, but also enlightening, I suppose. Okay, I think this works. Oh boy. Okay, let's go ahead and get the bridge up to here. Not too much. Why are you raising? You should. Let me see. Guess we were way off then. Okay, we were way off. And a lot more. Something like that maybe seems about right. Build that bridge over. Something's not right here. There's gotta be... Because again, we are also going, like, the ground is also going down over here, let's not forget, right? Like, there's a downward slope over here as well. If we look at the topographics, it might be... Okay, I don't know if that was really clear, actually. Let's go ahead and, yeah, do this. Okay, cool. I think that's a bit more of a reasonable dip as well. So pull you down to here. Down to here, I think is better. Cool. Pull you down as well. Let's make sure we've got snapping on. Yeah, there we go. So coming down with the slope a little bit, maybe a bit exaggerated, but I think it's fine. And now the road will... No, I want that lumpiness. Exactly what I'm trying to avoid is like that weird lumpiness. So height from center. Go ahead and flatten you out up over here. Okay. Over. Roughly here. Good. Over roughly here as well. Now hopefully, I mean there might be a bit of a dip, but I'm okay with a bit. I'm just, the earlier dip was kind of ridiculous. Can I pull this further? Here instead. And then your buddy comes up to here. Cool. I think that works better. All right, excellent. Excellent, cool. So, now what do we have? We have this thing continuing on this way. Roughly thereabouts, let's say. And you over to here. Right. Now, I could... If I pull this back, I might be able to... That's actually... It's neat how that works out. I might be able to smooth... It's not gonna... That's not gonna work. Is it? Maybe. I mean, hey, it's not terrible. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Oh, yeah, okay, it will. Alright. So here's the deal. What's going on here? Right. Is it really a matter of, like, an intersection? I'm thinking of this particular place in Toronto. And it really is just an intersection to get you on. And man, just having a hard time, we'll figure it out. So what I'm thinking is that we can obviously, go up, hook up to you. We could go up and hook up to this guy, right? Like this. Turn off snapping. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, that's fine. I get the rest of this to come up. It's the sides, like the left and the right, not the up and down, I think. Is what's causing the trouble up here. Now we've over smoothed it, I guess. Raise all that up. There we go. Okay, so if I do this right side, right? Right side, you're coming up this way, you want to stick to the right side. Right, that kind of a thing. And then you... I mean, I guess you could go under and then pop out and loop around is an option if you want to completely avoid. I mean, I guess. Okay, let's see. This is certainly an adventure. Let's see if I do this, right, and then the concrete bridge somehow needs to go over this track and loop back around. So this track might need to adjust over here as well, which is fine. So let's go ahead and hope I don't live to regret this. Because we're not going to have this road continue up that way. There's nothing to do over there, right? So we don't need it to keep going that way. So if I... Yeah. This is so neat and tidy. Other option would probably be... Is there another option? Other option would probably be to... Let's see if this works. Oh god. I mean, it might work. Maybe not the best idea. Let's see. Down here. Why is it? Oh, okay. I've got the snap on. That's why. That's acting very strange. Let's go about this the other way around. So, pull you out this way. Pull you over this way and bring you back down here. I mean, it works in theory, right? It works in theory. Concrete bridge. Hook you up. Too steep. Okay. Okay, no. Well, we got this. All the infrastructure's in the way. Work with me, game. Come on. is willing to go up to here. And then here it becomes a problem because it's dropping too quickly. But what if we... Damn. Hill causing obstruction? What are you talking about? Hill causing obstruction. This guy down over here. Can you imagine having to do this like figure eight to get on? I guess that's not entirely unheard of. Okay, let's see. We know we've got a working theory here, right? We got a working theory here. Just a matter of making it actually, well, work, I guess. Do we go under this section over here? We could do that. Yeah, that works. Again, I'm embracing the not everything has to be symmetrical school of thought over here, which I appreciate. And I do agree with, truth be told. It's just a hard one for me to always keep in mind. So what if I do this? Crossing not allowed there. So what if I pull you up to here? And then we go... Come on. Up to here. That's obviously ugly, but... Over to you. Do this kind of a thing. Okay, okay. There, that looks a bit neater. And then hook you up like that. Yeah. That makes sense. And then this guy... Oh, don't do this to me, game. Oh, come on now. Oh. We were so close to greatness. We were so close to greatness. Okay, no. It's actually, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Because what we can do, I think, is we can pull this out a little bit further. Right? And then... Come on. Come on, work with me here. I'm so excited to be to be this close. Crossing not allowed. Doesn't like... Again, see, this is what I mean. It's like it's not taking the tracks into consideration, it feels like. Here. That's what I was expecting earlier. Put it from a little bit further back. Can we... Trying to figure out the best way to go about this then. I could lower this a bit further, I suppose. But then the bridge has only got to go so much higher. I could maybe raise this a bit further out. No, it's not going to fly either. It's all a matter of that the pillars over there lining up, you know? I could raise this over and then come back down. I just don't know how I feel about that, I guess. Like, that looks gross, you know? That doesn't look right. Okay, so... Copy to there. Let's see if... It's like finding that distance. Oh. Okay, how about... Too steep or... I just wish it would, like... Even when crossing's not allowed, I wish it would give me a visualization so I could see the problem, you know? Like... Pull you back. Raise this up over here. We're, like, mixing all the funky stuff we've done... in the recent past to like try and get something to work over here. That's not gonna fly, right? Alright, let's go ahead and establish this one first. Again, growing pains. If I do this, right now I have a marker, I guess. Other infrastructure's in the way. Yeah, you're not gonna like that. No surprise there. For you. What if we come around this way? I mean, this is an option. No need for a bridge, I guess. As cool as it might look having one. Crossing not allowed. Yeah, it's like, alright, cool. Let's go ahead and do this then. Bring you up this way. Like so. Bring you up to here, and then... steep of an incline at the end there, okay. If we can't, fix that in a different sort of a way. Basically need to ramp this up a bit sooner, I think. Like that kind of a thing. Again, it's a little weird because you got to go up and you got to like loop this way, but I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. All right, cool. That's that done. And then the bridge, of course, will continue on this way. Turn the snap on. Go ahead and flatten this. Thank you very much. Nothing comes in the way of our highway. Except for, you know, everything that does. Pull you over. Got to make sure it's lined up at least a little bit. Now here's where it gets a little, I guess, funky. Want to make sure we are... yeah, there we go. Lined up. Now 3 ticks is what it used to be. 1, 2, 3. Let's just make sure that we are sticking to that. Pull you over. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Gotta try and remember that. Cool. Alright. Okay, cool. Alright, so these guys are now able to get onto the highway and go in either direction. If they want to go this way, they can. If they want to go that way, they gotta go around the loop over here. Now we could clean this up, obviously, and I don't think that'll be problematic for us. If I get rid of you, hook you up, make you a more interesting kind of a curve. Something like that. Yeah, I think I like the look of that a bit better. We could also go even further here. Bring this up a step. And then... yeah, I think I like the look of that. Cool, alright, so... I think I'm able to build all this, actually, but let's keep planning a little bit here. So the trains are good, the wires are good, the junction here is good, the junction here is good. Cool. Look at the difference in scale, eh? So we got to get a junction somewhere up over here as well, if possible. Like people drive up to get onto the highway up over here, right? So how is this going to work? Now, I'd love for this to eventually get onto ground level over there. Don't know if we can do that too soon, right? So let's go ahead and... let me, first of all, do a little double check over here. So concrete bridge. 1, 2, 3. So, and like 1, 2. Oh, I see. Okay. We could blow the side of that hill out a little bit, I guess. I need to get rid of you. Go ahead and drop. Will it let me? Yeah, it will. I was worried because of the tunnel over here that it might not. Let's go ahead and... oh, almost made a very big mistake there. Okay. It wouldn't be the end of the world because everything's paused, but it would definitely... it would suck to have to course correct that. And again, we're going to be auto-building all this stuff anyway, but I just want to make sure it all works before I click those fateful buttons and then see it all come together. Alright, there we go. That ought to do the trick, right? Turn auto-build off before, again, we make a horrendous mistake. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. Don't like this section here. Is that the problem? Might be the problem sooner than I think it is. Can snap off for a second. Yeah, okay. Looks like this is the problem here as well. Oh, and actually those trees being dropped reminds me that I should get more trees coming in. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, cool. So before I do that, let's go ahead. Actually, no, let's do that first. Because then the trees will be interspersed. And snap back on. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Pull you straight out. Up to here. Gives it a nice, I think, gradual kind of a ramp up. Yeah, that looks good to me. And over here as well, while we have it in our mind. I mean, I wonder if I want to keep this at ground level. Right. Near the airport, though, I feel like we should stay high up. Getting a junction over here is going to be a weird one. This I'm concerned about. I'm wondering if I just like literally add another road over here, and this is like where the highway ends. Highway's got to end somewhere, right? I guess that's where that'll happen for us. All right, so if I want to put some trees down, let's go and do that. Pine. Yeah, I think by the airport, it kind of makes, like, when I think about the airport, I think about, you know, like, everything modern, everything new, everything, like, urban, super urbanized. Even though airports are often in, like, a more, like, or less urbanized areas, I should say. I shouldn't say rural areas, though I'm sure some local airports certainly are. I just feel like an international airport it kind of has that urbanized vibe to it typically, and so the highway should be up on high rather than on ground level. It's just, I don't know, it's a weird thing in my head, I guess. All right, so how do we want to do this? If I pull you down to here, right, because we want to eventually get over to here, I think is where the interchange is going to be. This needs to be like as efficient as possible, but also not hideous, which sometimes doesn't go hand in hand. Okay. What's causing some obstruction here? There we go. Enough fix. Curve a bit nicer. Yeah. Much better. Pick you up like that, right? Just going through. Okay, excellent. And then what? I wonder also if this connection to get up over here can't be made part of this like highway system that we're building. Look at these trees though. It's looking really good how like densely packed they are. Let's see if I do pull you over. I'm sure we'll be able to come across as soon as we yeah, as long as we're able to like dodge all these power lines and stuff, which means we might have to demolish a couple, but that won't be a problem. Let's go ahead and come out a bit, turn that snap on. Bring you out to here. You over to here as well. Nope, gotta get rid of. Oh, that's a bit of a pain to get rid of. We dance around it a bit. Bring you up this way. Bring you over. Okay, cool. Just gotta get rid of this guy and this guy. Bring this guy down to here. Got snap on. Yes, we do. Keep you going. Try and dodge some of these wires. Straight down. Have to readjust some of these. Not the end of the world. I want to make sure I'm staying on top of my wires though here, because it's going to start getting really kind of messy, I think. And I want to make sure that I don't forget any. So let's bring the bridge further down. Come on. I guess I got to get rid of that one. For you. Bring you down to like right on top of this basically. Same with you. Alright, cool. Back to our wires here. Hook you up like so. Interesting, interesting. Don't like this? No, we can get out there. That's weird. Okay, strange, but I'll take it. Not my favorite. We're all good here. You're fine. What else did we get rid of? This is what I was dreading. This should be okay. Here we're about to get rid of you two. 1 and 2. Maybe even these guys, 3 and 4. Right? So road. Bridge. Pull you over. Pull you over. That feels good. Yeah, okay, good, good, good. Back to... Oh. You over to here. Overlaps with existing construction. Well, I certainly can't wait until we get those underground junctions, I guess. When I say junction, I guess I mean like junction boxes, but you know what I mean. There we go. Kind of messy, but it does the trick, it does the job. And now we've cleared ourselves of the... Oof, but that's ugly though. don't know if I've ever seen a highway be quite so high. Seems a little too high, doesn't it? We could lower things down as we head over here. Or we can leave them as they are. Like, how does this look from Brixtonia? Guess it's not terrible. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think that might be a little bit too high. Now, if I do want to back this up, how does that? Right. Concrete bridge over this way. And snap off. Okay, now you're acting weird here. Go to that real quick. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So it can't go too low over here. Okay. Over to here, and then start to drop a bit, maybe. That might work. Let's see if it likes this. Turn snap on up to there. Got a problem over here. That's that fine? Oh no, that's not fine, because that's the one that's complicated to replace. Okay. Alright. It was just a little too high, I don't know, I just didn't think it was very believable how high it was. Go over to here. Go over to bit. Go over to here. Go to a bit more. Over. Snap is on. Here we go. Gotta, yeah, get rid of the guy here. That one's fine. That one's easy to replace. Pull you all the way down to... Nope. Remove you guys again. Oh dear, it's getting messy. Okay. Do that. This is actually at a much more reasonable level now. Yeah, that's feeling significantly better, I think. Significantly better. Okay, cool. So you're fine. You need to hook up to that guy up there. So let's go ahead and pop there and align there. Beauty. And you got to go up to there. So let's go ahead and pop you down over there and hook you up over there. All right, cool. Not too complicated. Not too complicated. Hook this up. And again, we can drop this down if we wanted to. Steep, it says. Or we can raise the train, obviously. That's feeling better, though. Down. Again, we're coming from the mountains down, right? So it's fine for this to look kind of ridiculous and be all tall like that, but over here it would be kind of silly looking. So, how do we actually get onto this thing? Now, I think we'd be getting rid of this this bridge if we wanted to do this. Or make it a part of the highway, right? Like have this actually be part of the highway, and so the interchange will be over here. Challenging thing to figure out, maybe. If I raise the train, have it all join up over here. Folks from Brixtonia would either drive up from there or from here to get onto the highway, so that's reasonable. Raise train. Or let's actually just, right from center this. Get up top over here. I think that'll be a good reference point for us. Alright. I think this is going to work out nicely. Famous last words, I know. But if we have all the movement over here... These guys... The problem is these guys will... I'm like, yeah, is this like a separate... Because, like, what I was hoping to avoid is these guys having to go through this. Because, honestly, once they're here, they're fine. There's no point introducing a junction up over there. These guys go up only to come back down and over. Like, doesn't make any sense. It's like, should I avoid this thing entirely? Should it be its own separate entity? That's something I gotta figure out. Unless this is just like a regular overpass, which becomes a regular road up over here, and then hooks up to the highway. I gotta figure that out. You should be able to come up to here, no problem. Here we are lined up nicely. Up to there, yep. Snap is on, hook you up to here. So, like, what would our thinking be, right? Like, we've got... I mean, it's not perfect, obviously. Not that it's not perfect, it's, like, nowhere near correct. Flatten this a bit more. Oh. No, don't worry, we'll get those trees back. I quite like how they liven up the space. There we go. And there we go. Alright, cool. So, like, what are we looking at here, right? I'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. So, what are we looking at here? So, this will continue on as a highway, perhaps down this way, right? Make its way over to the side over here. These roads can very easily hook up to, like, just like we did kind of over here. We can get something going on over here where people can get on to the highway from here. This is where it gets strange, though, is like... Do I bring this bridge down to join onto this road over here, and then in turn split this road off to get on top of the highway over here, which is an option, or do I leave this as an entire like an express lane of its own? Because the fact of the matter is, if I'm expecting a bus or a truck or whatever to come up this way and get onto the highway over here, then we will need to hook up to this thing. So it becomes... Oh, that's reasonable. Okay, that's not wild, right? Because this is just... I need to remember to treat this like a regular road if I'm going to do that. I just got to make sure it touches the ground at one point so it can start hooking up to these points. Alright, that's definitely an option. These are the tricky parts. This, and this. These are the tricky zones. Once we get out of there, and once we start going down over here, it'll be a lot easier, I think. And by the way, I do believe we should be able to, if I'm not mistaken... I wish the clone tool had selections, like you could choose what to clone. But we should be able to, yes, clone junctions that work. It's not the cleanest thing. It's not the neatest thing, because you can see how it's like... requires flattening and all that kind of stuff, but you are able to clone roads, and because the bridges are just, you know, roads, you are able to clone, but you can see how it picks up all of the lines as well, like the electrical lines and the train lines and everything as well. But yeah, you are able to clone. Okay, I think that just about does it here. We got this is good. We'll figure this out next time, and again, I think we'll figure this out and get ourselves all the way down to here next time, and maybe even, yeah, establish a full loop. But I think at the top of next time, I'll actually be auto-building what we have over here. I mean, this all makes sense to me. I mean, it might be a little bit ugly at parts over here, for example, but that's easily enough cleaned up. All you gotta do is smooth the train a bit, right? I think. And that'll do the trick. We just kind of smooth the train. Looks good. Go ahead and hook you up like that. Okay, it's not perfect, but hey, listen, a little bit more of the room there, and just smooth that out, and then we'll be perfectly okay, because that's all we... Exactly, yeah, they're beautiful. Beautiful. This actually, go like that, and then like that. There we go, cool. I like that kind of a shape over here. But yeah, I'm like, we've got this, right? We got to make everything into one way, so that doesn't take very long. So this works out to get people onto the highway in the right direction. And I'm pretty pleased with how this actually works. I think this makes sense. I like the ramp we've got over there. I like how this goes around, comes up, and then ramps up over here, and then loop around, and you go up this way. Right, and then over here we got this all figured out. This is all making a lot of sense, and I'm quite pleased with how it looks actually as well. So that's good. And everything else is yeah, it's a work in progress, but we've done enough of it where we can actually hit play again and see it all see it all kind of come together now. It all start to flow and make sure it's actually working and things are actually moving. Yo, this is actually coming together, man. This is exciting. I think it all makes sense. Y'all can check my logic. If you see any issues, let me know. But I think we've got everything working smoothly over here. This we'll have to figure out. And if you've got any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. But things are coming together. This is extremely exciting, at least in my humble opinion. Let me know what y'all think. As always, if you had a good time, let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Makes a massive difference in just how I approach things on the channel, folks. Again, a little pinpoint focus right now on the highways. Y'all let me know about that as well. If you would rather I switch things up a little bit, or if this is, if you're on board with us focusing on this for a little bit longer, and then switching gears back to, again, because next session I'll be able to hit play, we're going to start seeing progress up over here as well, and then we can flip back to this as soon as we're done planning all this, right? But folks, that is it for today. I hope you had a good time. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, до свидания.